Hi everyone, I'm Rob and welcome back to the Bournemouth career mode. Let's not mess about, let's get straight into our games for this episode. We will be doing it in highlight form just to get through as many as possible. So first up we had St James's Park, Newcastle United. Bound to be a tough game. We always struggle against these guys in the Premier League. Not anymore because they're not in it, but we are in this career mode. Danjuma had the first chance, which was saved by Dubravka. And Bolo's shot here, after being played through on goal, was saved by Rodak. But Paulinho, unfortunately, did score the follow-up. We have not been good at the back in this season so far, and really this whole career mode, to be honest. But Neres with a great cut inside there. Did a lot of good work. Got past the defenders pretty easily. Equalised for us. And then early in the second half, Piqué gave away the ball. And then Ake sticks out a foot to Paulinho's shot. And it is 2-1. Paulinho at the double, which is very frustrating. Then Danjuma and Diaby timed this sequence very, very, very well. Danjuma hits a ball into the box perfectly to get an assist for Josh King, who got on the end of his cross and scored. 2-2 with 10 minutes to go. Danjuma with a moment of magic here, just simply outpacing and out-skilling, I guess, the Newcastle backline there. And we've turned it around big time to make it 3-2. Then how about this for a bit of link-up play? Lundstrom, Stanic, Cook through the centre, could shoot, but instead plays a sensational dinked pass to Sam Surridge, who gets on the score sheet in the Prem, which you love to see. Ah, beautiful stuff. We get the 4-2 win. 3 points is, of course, all that matters, but it would be nice to not concede so many goals. I mean, we do get a clean sheet here in the Carabao Cup. I simmed the game. I played like a half-rotated side, I guess, against Luton Town. 1-4-0 away from home, a brace from Frimpong and a brace from Danjuma, which is always good to see. So we go through in the Carabao Cup, not that I really care. Next up, we are back at Dean Court and back in the Premier League. Chelsea next up, and 5 minutes in, John Lundstrom just catches them off guard big time. I mean, he just ran through and whacked it in with his left foot. Look at this. Bang! That is in the top corner. That is just in off the crossbar as it's going right into that sweet spot. And then Havertz just gets... Oh, I mean, he got so lucky. He got so lucky against Metham, and he did put it in for 1-1. I can't defend against Cams. Like, Fernandes, De Bruyne, Havertz, anyone. Like, I just cannot defend against them, and it baffles me, and it annoys me to no end. Havertz at the double. It's so bad, man. We had a chance here. Cook played in Neres, but it's beautiful defending from... I mean, it didn't say who that was, so I'm not too sure who it was. Maybe Tamori. Oh, I have no idea. Frimpong cuts inside, gives it to Kotar. He's not got much on, to be honest. Maybe could have laid it off to Cook, but we did get that chance lost. And Rodak here keeping us in the game just about. So you thought maybe we do have a chance at going and getting the dub. Well, the ball is slipped through to Neres, who cuts inside around Ben Chilwell very, very effectively. And Kotar, all he has to do is play that to Stanic properly, and we get something. We get a point at home against Chelsea, but it wasn't to be. We did lose, unfortunately. Frank Lampard's still the manager in this career mode, of course. That's annoying, but who really cares? Sorry, lads, there is currently a dog barking, and it's really bloody annoying, but who really cares? Just thought I'd show you this. Not that we really have done anything since I last showed you the transfer activity, which was, I think, last episode. But, yeah, just thought I'd show you that deadline day went pretty quickly. King with the brace and Lundstrom with the goal against his former club here as we beat Sheffield United 3-1. Mateta scored for them, but we just outclassed them in the sim game. Big, big 3 points. But we desperately needed to get 3 points here against Man City if we really wanted to show some big-time ambition. And something that I wanted to show you guys was this. Oh, jeez. Just playing it around the back for about 50 years. I mean, yeah, just playing it around the back for ages. Just to keep the ball, really. Like, literally, just... If we lost possession too much in this game, they could create chances. And as you can see here, Aguero coming through. They could score whatever chance that they want, to be honest. But Danjuma, with our first real opportunity, his shot was saved pretty well by Edison. Good hands from him as we approach the half-hour mark. Sterling lays it off to Aguero, who comes very close to the goal, but thankfully does put it wide. Then Diaby played a ball, slipped into Lundstrom, who looked over on the right-hand side for David Neres. Who's that busting a gut to get forward? It's the ex-Man United man, Brandon Williams, who makes it 1-0 to the Cherries. Beautiful stuff there from Brandon Williams. That is what I like to see. He's like insane, man. I told you, right back Brandon Williams is the way to go. Herrera had a shot here, which was well saved by Rodak, well tamed in the end. And Lundstrom's ball here to Diaby was pretty good, as Diaby drove at the fullback, had a go. Edison wasn't expecting it. But I think this kind of caught us off guard. Speaking of not expecting things, PK, I brought PK out of position there. And De Bruyne scored. Now, thankfully, I can say that was it. A 1-1 draw against the best team in England is not a bad result, but we did have the lead and we chucked it away with not long to go. So, you know, you can understand why I'm a little frustrated. But at the end of the day, it is a decent result, and I will take that. 1-1 against City. And now, I mean, this is like insane because we played a very weak team against Crystal Palace. But so did they. They played like their second team and they beat us 3-1. Like, come on, bro. Really? I don't think their first team was much stronger than our reserve team, to be honest. But, you know what? I don't really care. It's the Carabao Cup. So, yeah, I mean, what else can I say? I just do not care. Here we have a game against the Wolves. Against Wolves at the Molineux Stadium. So, we just got a 1-1 draw against Man City. Can we continue that good form? I do count that as a good result. And go get 3 points at Wolverhampton Wanderers. Well, I think they probably started off on the back foot because we had that little chance with Lundstrom. Then it's him playing the ball into Josh King. Lewis Cook then pokes this through for David Neres, who loves these positions. He crosses it in, and Joshua King, really prolific this season. Really loving what Kingy's doing here at Bournemouth. He opens the scoring. Then Danjuma does really well to cut inside, and I think maybe probably shouldn't have taken that final touch before the shot. How jammy is this? I mean, yeah, that happened. I just don't want to go through that. I don't want to rewatch that. I don't want to talk about that, man. That's just embarrassing. And we could have won it here if King and Neres knew how to use their limbs here. Thankfully, Neres' back heel does find Lewis Cook. It's Lundstrom, but Phil Jones gets the block in there, and it's another 1-1 draw. Another 1-1 draw. Now, whilst I don't really have too much of a problem with 1-1s against Man City, away against Wolves, we better be backing them up with 3 points in games against teams like Southampton, with all due respect to them. Well, we got off to a very good start. Neres with a shot against Forster that was well saved. To be fair, Southampton did have their own chance here, kind of, but Rodak with a comfortable save, and we just went straight up the pitch from there. Like, we had, sorry to spoil it, we had the best game of the series. This was easily our best performance of the series. Josh King makes it 1-0 to start things off, running through the defence. I think they had a partnership of Salisu and Sane, the guy from Schalke. So I think that's a pretty good centre-back partnership. But I mean, King and Danjuma here in the first 20 minutes were playing him off the park. Danjuma then runs in behind. It's King giving the ball to him initially, and it's a great weak foot finish. So we did take a 2-0 lead fairly early in the game. Good time to get a 2-0 lead, 100%. But Southampton did have a couple of chances. Metham with a tackle there, getting the ball out for a corner. 5 minutes out from half-time, Southampton probably could have scored. Elyounousse's ball in was saved well after Sane won the header, and Obafemi's shot was saved pretty well by Rodak. And then, again, playing it out from the back, Metham gets out of that sandwich of Southampton players that he was caught up in, and then eventually it finds its way through from Lewis Cook, who's picked up quite a few assists this season, and he plays Neres in behind, and he makes it 3-0 before the hour mark. Beautiful stuff. Then we then brought on Sam Surridge because, I mean, when we've brought him on recently, he's actually done pretty well, and I was really feeling like getting a goal with him, and he made a genius run here. Diaby, all he had to do was just square it to him. He did, and Surridge beat the keeper with a near post finish. 4-0 to Bournemouth. It is the things you love to see. Surridge again with good play here, getting the pre-assist as Cotard dinks it over the top. And Neres does the same, straight into the back of the net. A cheeky chip from our Brazilian. And he does the shock paw celebration. I love to see it. You love to see it. Everyone but Saints fans loves to see it. We won 5-0 against our rivals. That is beautiful. Beautiful. Alright, Manchester United. I hate Bruno Fernandes on FIFA. I mean that in a good way, because he's amazing on FIFA. I hate playing against him on FIFA. I mean, 16 minutes in, Bruno Fernandes scores to make it 1-0. This is not a walk in the park for United. This is actually a thrilling game. It's just, if Fernandes wasn't in their team, we would have won this game. Gerard Moreno's shot here gets saved by our Slovakian beast in the goal. And then Bruno Fernandes does that and almost scores. But, yeah, Rodak with another good save, but didn't really matter. 4 minutes into the second half, Bruno Fernandes makes it 2-0 to Manchester United. We had a little spell where we were really going for it. King's shot was saved well by David De Gea. Then it was a chance from the corner. This is painful. Ake's header, that would have been crucial if he won that. And unfortunately, it did hit the crossbar and Fernandes gets it away. But straight from that, Metham, the other centre-back, wins it. And he scores a very nice header. Straight where he needed to put it. That's beautiful stuff. Then Danjuma coming in down this left-hand side. He has a shot saved well by David De Gea. Not too sure what happened here, but we got the corner from it. And guess what happened? We scored again. Ake redeeming himself well. It wasn't really his fault that he missed the shot before, but, getting that goal to make up for his miss before. Both our centre-backs running the show, but unfortunately there was one man that was just outperforming the lot. And it was Bruno. After coming back from 2-0 down, the boys are absolutely devastated. We lose 3-2. Absolutely gutted. Thankfully, we did win 2-1 against West Ham. I'm frustrating not to get the clean sheet because Cresswell scored in the last minute. But a double from Josh King, being very prolific this season, got us that 2-1 win. That 3 points away against West Ham. Josh King here, as you can see, at the time of recording this next game, he was on 8 goals. Top scorer in the Prem. And this next game that I'm talking about is actually Burnley at home. Got to get 3 points in this game. It was a pretty frustrating start to the game, to be honest. I mean, their defence is so tight, man. King here with a golden opportunity. Took way too many touches. Choupo-Moting in disguise. Can't diss him too much. He has been insane. But then Stevens plays in Hulk. I can't believe Burnley signed Hulk. Rodak with the save. But then Hulk just silences me. Playing it into Dale Stevens, the most bang average footballer I have ever seen. Not bad. He's just bang average, eh? He scores, and we couldn't create anything the whole game, and as soon as they score, we just go and smash one in with Kingy, so, yeah, that didn't make too much sense, and trust me, boys, it did not end there. Ake wins the ball back here very well, plays a lovely ball out to Danjuma, who knocks it inside to King, who plays it to Cook, who plays it one more to Neres. It's beautiful football. I just had a voice crack, and Neres makes it 2-1, so it's a quick turnaround from the boys after waking up from conceding that goal. We just go down and make it 3-1 really in the space of like 25 minutes. From conceding to scoring 3. I mean, it's pretty good turnaround. Surridge, of course, getting that 3rd goal. He has shown that he is much more prolific this season than last season. He's definitely getting better as he gets older, that's for sure. And we did end up getting the 3-1 win against Burnley. Very nice. And that puts us 4th in the table. But the thing that baffles me is we have scored the joint most goals in the league, but we have the 2nd worst goal difference in the top 8. Second worst defensive record in the top 8. We have conceded 14 in 11 games and we're 4th. We are 10 points behind 3rd place United. Look at that. The top 3 are dominating at the moment, having won 10 out of their 11 games to start the season. We've won just over 50% and we're right behind Man United. But that will do it for this episode of the Bournemouth Career Mode. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.